This week, we have been working on tone and mood. Let's start by taking a closer look at the words tone and mood. Let's start with tone. Write the word tone 3 times on the sheet in front of you. Tone. Tone is easy to explain. I can't wait to learn it. This is going to be exciting. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to clearly state the word tone and define it using your own words. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to read a short story or poem and identify the tone the author uses. Tone is the author's attitude toward the subject. A writer's tone can be happy, silly, angry, frustrated, sad, worried, and many, many more. Tone is the author's attitude toward a subject. Tone is shown through the word choices an author makes to write about a subject. How does a reader identify the tone in a piece of writing? How to identify tone. Determine the subject of the piece of writing, whether it's a story, poem, or an article. Notice the author's word choice. Decide if the author's attitude is positive or negative. Figure out a word that matches the author's attitude. Find textual evidence to support your answer. Different types of tone. Positive tones can be happy, silly, or fun. Negative tones can be angry, frustrated, sarcastic, or sad. And other tones include worried, scared, or confused. When Samir woke up, he looked out the window. What luck! The hill was covered with snow. Quickly he pulled on his long underwear and other warm clothes. He ate a good hot breakfast so he'd have plenty of energy. Then he checked his sled. He clomped in his boots to the heavy door with a huge grin under his scarf. Yoshi and Ilham were at the animal shelter. Yoshi had a dog already, but she still liked to look at the animals. Ilham didn't like to look at the animals. The cages looked crowded. The animals didn't have enough room to play, run, or be comfortable. A few of the animals looked sick. They didn't get excited when visitors came to see them. Many of the animals looked hungry. Ilham wanted to rescue all of the animals. Her heart sank when she realized she could only choose one to bring home. Micah and Kashia couldn't believe their goalie was sick right before their big soccer tournament. They watched closely as the other team warmed up for the game. Micah noticed how hard their players were kicking the ball. Kashia was amazed that they could make goals from nearly a half a field away. They both stared as the other team ran drill after drill without even seeming winded. The game hadn't even started, but both Micah and Kashia were sweating. Now, let's take a look at mood. When you are done with this video, you will be able to clearly state the word mood. You will be able to define the word mood in your own words. You will be able to read a short piece of writing and identify the mood with evidence. The crowd roared as the blue team took the field in the last 2 minutes of the game. The quarterback eagerly eyed his receiver. He stepped back and threw the football. It sliced through the air like a magical dart. You could almost hear it whirring around because the crowd was now holding its breath. The minute the receiver caught it, the stadium erupted in such thunderous applause it felt like the floor was shaking. Mrs. Hanson hadn't been the same since the car accident. She was upset that she couldn't do the things she used to do, like dancing and chasing her children at the park. Lately, she was spending a lot of time sleeping. She liked to dream that the accident had never happened. The sun was shining brightly over the horizon. Rico had just been working on his bike, so it would go extra fast. He wanted to bike all over the city today. He couldn't wait to show his friends his new wheels. Simon loved showing Vienna around Edgewood during her first week at school. He remembered how lost he had felt when he came to the school. He made sure to share all of his secrets with her about shortcuts to classrooms and the best days to eat hot lunch. When Vienna said that she loved to read, Simon had her sign up for the school's book club. Vienna started to feel right at home within the week. Tone and mood review. Tone is the author's attitude toward the subject. Mood is the atmosphere or emotions the reader should feel while reading. Both mood and tone can be identified by looking at the author's word choice, characters' actions, dialogue, and setting. Raoul had been working long hours on finishing an important project for work. His boss came in and told him he was going to receive a large bonus. Raoul gleefully jumped to the phone so he could call his family. It was hard to contain his joy. His wife answered. He could hardly get the words out fast enough due to his excitement. He said, "Pack your bags. We are taking the kids to Disneyland." Mark and Ellie loved their Sunday night walks to the park. They had been doing them since they were first married. They would sit on the bench near their favorite tree. Their two kids would play in the grass. Mark and Ellie would talk and laugh for hours. Sometimes they would even stay until the fireflies and stars came out. You have completed your work on tone and mood when you can clearly state the words tone and mood. Explain tone and mood in your own words and identify the tone and mood of a short passage with evidence.